Word, Module D, or Module 4, working with inserting a cover page and hyperlinks. Also, we'll cover creating columns and work with word art. So the first thing you notice that this is page 1 of 3, so if we go to view multiple documents, you can see that there's 3 pages here. And what we want to do is create a cover page. So I'm on page 1 and I'm going to click Insert, Cover Page. And there's quite a variety to choose from. You could select anything you'd like. And then the document name, I'll type in the title there. And if you want, you can copy and paste it in here. And I'll just make it much larger. A little too large. There we go. And then down at the bottom it has my name, but I'm just going to, instead of just the initials, I'm going to type it out. And then for company name, I'm going to click the 3 dots and then just press delete. And the same thing for company address, select it and then click the 3 dots address and then just press delete. So that's inserting a cover page. If you wanted to get rid of the cover page, you would click Insert and then choose Cover Page, and at the very bottom, Remove Cover Page. The next thing we'll do is work with hyperlinks. So let's say you wanted to, I'm going to go back to 100%, and I wanted technology in the classroom to be a link to the STIC website. So select the text that you want to be a hyperlink and then choose Insert, Link, and the address, www. As soon as I press dot, it automatically puts the http:// in for us. And then I already have it, recognizes it, so that's fine. And if I wanted to type a screen tip, I could type in welcome to STCC instead of it showing the URL address. So now it's a hyperlink, and if I hover over it, the screen tip is welcome to STIC, and to get there, access, we control, click, and it would take you right to the STIC website. So that's a hyperlink. If you had a picture, and let's say I put the STIC logo here, so it's just an object, I can make this a link as well, because right now it's just, if I were to hover over it, nothing lights up, it's just an object. So I'll make this a link, so Insert, Link, this same address, and if I want to type in a new one, put one in there, okay, and okay. Now if I click away from it, hover over, I get the screen tip and click to follow. So that is making a hyperlink within a document. So another thing you could do in this document, besides making a link that'll take you to a website, you can also create a link that'll take you from one place in the document to another. So I want to take it from the first page to the conclusion. So I'm going to select another, just the word another as a link, and then I'll choose link, and I want to place it in this document, and under headings I want it to go to conclusion, and then click OK. So now I've made a hyperlink for another, and if I hover over it, I'll hold Control and click, and look where it takes me, right to conclusion. So this is a great way to make links within a document that's multiple pages long. You can also set bookmarks to get to other locations quickly. So the next thing we're going to work with is columns. So right now, if we were to view this, multiple pages, it's 3 pages, and notice it's in portrait. So we want to put it in landscape. We want to put in columns and almost make it like a either a menu that has a front and a back side, almost like a flyer. So the first thing we'll do is go to layout, and we'll choose margins, because we're going to, right now the margins are are normal, one top, bottom, left, right, 1 inch. We're going to choose narrow to give us more space so everything fits. So there's less white space. Then we'll go to orientation and choose, it's on portrait now, choose landscape. And then we'll choose columns. So we'll select columns, and we want 3. So now it's on 2 pages. And as we look at it, we can see that it didn't end at a good place in the first column. So if you click in front of Sample Spanish Banquet menu, you can choose breaks and then select column break. So it starts it at the top. So that's better. So you have your Thai, Spanish, and Indian. Now catering services really should be at the top of the next page. So I'm going to choose breaks and choose page break. So it puts it to the next page. And now I'm going to put it into 100%. So, but before we do that, let's Control A, which selects everything, and center, Control E. And then I'm going to go to my name, and I actually want it to be on in the new middle column. So I'm going to choose breaks and column, so it starts on a new one. And I'm going to press enter 22 times just to drop it down. Maybe 24. Good. Then at the end of it, I'll start a new column. So I'll do another column break. And in here, what you'll do is you'll change it. Instead of your name, you can just type your first name, and also do it in the URL, or you can be creative and make your own restaurant name up. So now that we're over here in the third column, we can go into word art and choose a fancy word art, whatever you'd like. Doesn't matter if you pick something plain, you can then change the color of it. And I'm going to type the name of my company. And you can work with that and adjust it and go into any of the text effects and transform. And then underneath it, we'll insert a picture. So as you can see, I changed the word art to any design. I went into transform, but I also did, because mine was in double space, so I selected the text and I just went to home, and in paragraph just changed it to single space. And then I inserted a picture, also put in a reflection and a frame. I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller because I decided to put in a border, and then I put a picture above the contact information, and then you have a beautiful display of a menu with columns. And for the www, what you can do there is insert a link, but this time use your email. So send it to an email address and type in your own email, and as soon as your stick email, as soon as you start typing it, it automatically puts in mail to : so you're all set. So this is my stick email. And if you want to put in the screen tip, you can. And then OK, and OK, and then it'll take me to that link for my email. So that's working with columns, which is pretty cool. And I just wanted to share with you, if you wanted to go back to one column, you would just choose the text that you want, and then for columns, select 1. It automatically puts it in 1, but I'm just going to undo that and keep it in 3. The next thing I want to show you is I just press Control N for a new document, and I'm going to put it at 100%. And then I'm going to go to the stick website. So the most recent click was opening the stick website. Now from the taskbar, I'll go back to that Word document, and then I'll choose Insert, and I want to do a screenshot. Now, if I just click Screenshot here, it's going to take me to the stick website, and I have control of what I want to select. So I can select just this. Now, if I do not deselect this, if I choose Insert another screenshot, it'll go over this. So I'm just going to Control End. I don't want to lose this. So another way to do it, I'm just going to go back to our website where we just were, back to Word. And if I do Insert Screenshot, and I just click the screenshot, the one that I was in, Your Name Catering, I get the whole thing. I don't get to select what I want. So the difference between Insert and when you see these little thumbnails of items, you're going to get it in that small size. If you want a particular screenshot and you have control over it, use screen clipping. So that's the only difference there. And then once you have the picture, you also get this new tab up here, Picture Format, and you can go in and select a frame for the picture. You can also do picture effects, the layout where you the picture effects is where you want to do soft edges, or you wanted to put a glow around the picture. You can also choose beveled, gives it that thickness and around the frame. Or you could actually go to crop if you wanted to. For example, if I wanted to crop this one, I would go crop and just bring it down so I'm not seeing everything, and then up. And then the same thing on the sides, so I can narrow in on exactly what I was looking for. And then you can also crop it into shape if you wanted to put it into a shape. So that's working with screenshots. There's more you can do with screenshot rather than just doing the snipping tool. With the screenshot, you have control of changing the size of it, where you want, if you want it to wrap around text, or so you can move it freely. Because sometimes you can't move it, you have to always go to the layout options, and most often you just choose square and you can move it freely. Because it's what's called inline, so it's in the place that you actually inserted it. So for you to be able to move it freely, you have to go to that layout options, and generally you choose square or tight, and then you can move it around freely. Thank you.